Fish Frenzy for today's lesson. We're going to just take your pencil. Let's border in. I put my dots in here on the corners of the screen. So I'm going to draw a frame. We're going to very lightly, we're going to draw this picture frame. And then we're going to have, just like we did with the koala family. Remember the koalas? We had a whole family. Well, just draw a nice little frame. And then what we'll do, this will be a fish family portrait you can hang on your wall. All right, so you did the frame on your paper. Now in the middle here, let's draw the first fishy. We have this fishy is going to be swimming right towards you right here. So draw the fishy's face, and then draw the fishy's eyes up here on top. Once you zoom in a little bit, we'll get this guy centered. And I start again very lightly, and then I add in, look, it looks like a frog. It looks like we're drawing Kermit's cousin, doesn't it? All right, now there's fishy's eyes. Now watch this. Once you zoom in just a little bit more, so I'll show you what I'm going to do with the eyes. There you go, right there. Now I'm going to darken in the eyes, and then I'm going to draw this fish's mouth wide open. He's staring at you. Look at this. You're swimming in your pool, and you look down, and you saw this fish staring right at you. He's got all startled. I'm going to leave a little light right here in the eye, right in the middle of the eyeball. Okay? I'm going to leave a little light right here in the middle of this eye. Make that eye look shiny like he's really staring at you, okay? And he's looking right there. And then I'm going to draw his mouth wide open. He's just startled. He's seeing you. Now I'm going to give him a little beak here, a little parrot's beak. This will be a parrotfish, all right? This is a fish that eats little bits of coral reef, you know, and it eats like crusty shells, so it can break through the shell, okay? Now in the background, let's go ahead and use that dark pencil, and let's get it really, really dark back there. Take your pencil and get it real dark back there. We'll smooth out that tone to make it an even tone in just a second. Let's go ahead and get it really dark. Now that darkness causes a contrast. It'll push that fish's mouth way deep back there, okay? Now you can take your finger or your paper stomp. I'm going to take my paper stompy here, my tool, and I'm going to just blend it, smooth it out here. Watch this. Just use your finger if you want. I'm just going to use this as, I have a little more control. See if I use this paper stompy here. See, it's just this one that this has lasted me over a month. These are about 30 cents a piece. Okay, go ahead and pull out just a little bit on the picture, right about there. Now, on the side of the fish, I'm going to draw the fish's wing, the side fin, the pectoral fins, okay? About for right here, I'm going to draw the fish's fins coming out here. I'm going to put 3 or 4 lines coming off. I'm going to put three little lines coming off. Maybe I'll put 4. I'm going to put 4. I'll put 4 lines coming off the side of his fin. And he's going to be just sitting here staring at you like he's inside of a fish aquarium. Maybe this box is a fish aquarium, and the fish are looking out and seeing what are you up to. Now on top up here, since the fish is looking right at you, I'm going to put a dorsal fin right above here. I'll put a dot. See, that's how high the dorsal fin will be. It'll come right up here on top of his. There he is, this little fish staring at you. And then I think I'll give the fish a little bit of thickness around his beak here. A little bit of thickness around his beak, so he's opening his mouth going, blah. Wouldn't that be something if you're swimming along in the pool and all of a sudden you see this guy swimming, oh, oh. If you were looking down. You ever do that? You ever make your drawings talk and scream, oh, oh, scary. The fish scared me. Okay, here, let's darken in his face. Now, I'm going to turn my fish this way and that. I'm going to shade it, but I want to shade with the tip of my pencil. In fact, I'll use a sharper pencil, nice brand new sharpened one. I'm going to turn my drawing around sideways. Watch how I do this. I use the tip first. I'm going to shade nice and dark underneath there. I'm going to turn it all the way upside down because I want to shade. It's easier for me to control the pencil upside down like that. There you go. And then I'll go back. I'll use my stompy. Use my stompy here, and I'm going to blend it up. Start down at the bottom and blend it up a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit of shadow under the eyes. That nice? Look at that, right underneath the eyes there. Go ahead and zoom in so we can see what I'm doing here. Just a little bit. Right there's good. Put a little bit of shadow under this eye. Cool. And then I'll put a little bit of shadow under each of these scallops and each of these bends in the pectoral fin. Like it's like a flag, almost like a lasagna noodle. Has the ridges. That's what I'm trying to think of. The word, the ridges. Okay, let's do another little shadow along the ridge of each one of these. See this, I'm just using the residual lead, the pencil, the stuff that's left over. It's called the residual pencil lead. And I blend it up just a bit. Then I'll use this to go out. Oh, look at, I went on the outside of the fish right here, made kind of a mess. That's all right. You can clean that up. You can go in here and just erase it and clean it up here. You can erase the extra lines if you want as you go. That's just fine. And I have a handy tool. I like using a little brush to brush off the eraser crumbs. That way it'll keep it nice and neat. Now, let's draw another fish. You go and pull out so I can see what we're doing. Okay, so we have one fishy there. Now I'm going to draw another fish coming in from the bottom corner. Now this guy's going to be a little bit bigger. All right, so I'm going to block him in. That's how big he's going to be. He's coming right over the corner here. All right, wait, I'm going to make this back over here. I can't make up my mind. Should I continue? I can't leave this fishy. Look at little eyelashes. This is Fishina. This is Fishina. She's beautiful. Here she is. She's singing. She's an opera fish. La, 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 la. She's an opera fish singing. Or she's afraid. Ah! You ever scream when you draw? That'll startle all your friends. Jesse's behind me cracking up. Okay, that's my goal, to get the camera people to laugh. Now, I want you to zoom in a little bit right here. So we have Fishina. So now we'll draw this guy. Okay, there we go. That's perfect. Now, I'm going to draw this fish, or fish buddy's eyes. Draw the near eye. And then we'll just have room for one eye. The other eye is off over here. So I'm going to put a contour line, kind of a line wrapping around, have the eye bulging out of the body here. And you can just barely see the edge of the dorsal fin. Look, there's the dorsal fin. Just barely peeking in from the edge there. See, I'm going to pull out so you can see the picture a little bit better. Go ahead and pull out just a bit right there. Now look, see how this fish is all coming in from the side. And then you'll be able to see the fin here. Here's his fin. I'll put the 4 lines over here. 2, 3, and then scallop it. Okay, well, I have room over here. I'm going to put one more fish over here peeking over. But this fish is closer than this fish. Maybe we can put another one. Look at, put another one back over here. Look at, have 3 fish coming out in a row. All right, so let's draw. Here's his eyes. He's looking up at this fish, wondering what's going on. Get it really dark in there. Real dark. Now, I have an idea. Instead of having the mouth open with just a beak, maybe we could draw this guy's mouth open over here, but put some fangs. Oh, yeah. See, some long and some short. Right to the edge of the picture. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Then we darken in our picture frame. So now we're using a little bit of composition. We draw a big fish coming up in the close. As it gets smaller, it moves away deeper in the picture. And this one's even further away. All right, now I'm going to center this. Now right here, let's go ahead and darken in our little fishy guy. Draw him, darken in, use that contrast shadow back underneath there. Put that contrast shadow. You can zoom in if you like so they can see what I'm doing here. Right about there's good. So take your pencil, get it really dark in there, and then we'll smooth it out in just a second. Let's get it real dark. Isn't that a nice? I just use a regular number 2. I think this is a 2H pencil, or it's either a 2H or a HB. Either of those are just fine. The H means or the HHB, the number, the letter next to the pencil at the very end. If you look at yours, it tells you how hard the lead is and how easy it is to blend. See, I'll have a whole lesson about pencil numbers and letters and what pencil works best with what drawing and what shading later. Okay, for right now, just use a number 2 pencil, either a 2H or an HB. Okay, and I'll tell you more what that means in just a few lessons. We'll start with just the number 2 or HB. All right, so there's the mouth. See, I used my stomp to smooth it out. Now I'm going to take my pencil. Let's darken in the edge of the fin. Take your pencil, go ahead, get it nice and shaded over here. Look, I'm going to use the edge of my pencil, shade it in first. And then I'm going to darken in the eye. I love the detail. Darken in the eye. I'm going to shade it underneath here. Darken in the wrinkles. Now, I'll go back to my paper Stompy here. And I'm going to blend it just a bit here. Just blend under the eye. I'm going to come up here, I'm going to blend the little shadow on the dorsal fin. So there's the dorsal, here's the pectoral. And now I'm going to put a little bit of shadow under each of these ridges here. I'm going to put a little bit of shadow under each of the ridges. These Stompies sure are handy. You can do the same thing with your finger. If you don't have a Stompy, don't worry about it. Just use your finger, okay? Your fingers are just fine. These are at any art supply store, okay? You can grab it. It's called the Paper Stompy. This is the brand called Creative Mark. Hey, look at that. And it's named after me, right? Not really, but you can see my name. And it's a number 3. It's a number 3 stomp. See the number 3 right there? Can you see that? Put it down here. It's number 3. Okay, pull on out. Let's take a look at that. And this is supposed to be like a 10-minute lesson. I know we're at 14 minutes, but you know what? I want to keep going. We're having so much fun. Let's draw another one over here, another fishy. And I'm going to, you can barely see this fish. This fishy just looking in on the side over here, okay? And then I'm going to draw this fishy's 2 eyes here, okay? I'm going to turn my paper like this. This fishy's poking in this way. So he's just poking in, seeing what's going on. So we'll draw 2 eyes right here. And then block in where the fishy's dorsal fin is. And you know what? I'm going to make this fishy, here's the eyes. Okay, now this fishy's is really happy. So look at, I'm going to make a little grin here, see? And I'll put a little lip underneath here. And then this fish, he's like climbing over. He's going to climb over the edge of the frame. So let's have his pectoral fins go like this. Watch this, go up. And he's climbing in. He's climbing in out of the picture frame, all right? So here's his lines. Look at this. See, the picture frame comes down. That's pretty funny. He's climbing out of the picture. Let me out of here. Now this guy, he's going to be waving. Okay, all I'll do is I'll erase a little section here. Look, I'm going to have his fin coming out, right out of the picture frame. Look at this. He's climbing out. Pretty funny. Look at these 2 fish are swimming, and he's climbing out of the picture. So right away, here, I'll come back over this guy. I'm gonna draw, he's staring at you. He wants to come out and have breakfast with you. That's what he's doing. I'm going to draw his eyeball, leave a little reflection, and then, look at that, I'm going to put a little shadow. Right away, I'll put a shadow underneath the fish's fin. See, look, he's coming out into the real world, coming out of the popping out of the picture. Put a dark shadow under here. There it is, and then take your finger and kind of blend it. Okay, get it really dark. He's really popping out of there. There's my finger. I'm using my finger to blend it. I think I'll take this one. I'm going to put more of a shadow to about right there, and then I'll blend it right there. See, there we go. I'll take this one, put more of a shadow, then I'll blend it. And then let's go ahead and put a little bit of shadow underneath here, because we know the light is coming from this direction, it's coming down over here. So we're going to shade it. And then let's put the shadow. Shadow. Cool. All the way down over here, a little shadow under the... Look at, he's just jumping out. Let me out of here. Oh, I got to put some action lines. Look at his fins are moving. He's shaking. So he's climbing out. This one, I'm going to actually put action lines of his fin going. See, he's climbing out. Action lines. Let me out of here. Put some wrinkles down here. Put some more wrinkles under here. I love these wrinkles. Little wrinkles here. That's cool. Hey, look at, instead of Batman, you have Batfish. Got superhero Batfish here. So you can put his tongue sticking out. Blah, and you can make him drooling. Now, way back here, oh my goodness, we're going nuts. This is going to turn out to be a 2-hour lesson. We're at like 18 minutes. This is totally fun. All right, now over here, we have a scary monster fish. We have a Fishina. She's an opera singing fish. We've got Batfish here climbing out of the picture frame. Way back here, let's draw another fish. One more. Way back here. Draw the eyes. Draw the eyes back here. And then draw the dorsal fin. Now, there's the pectoral fin. They just go off the picture. See, they go off there. And this fish will be waving, going, what about me? What about me? Don't forget about me. Okay? And then this fish, let's draw this fish. I like this grin down here, so let's use that grin again. We're kind of making this up as we go because we can't stop. Once we get our start, we can't stop. I'm gonna do another grin like that. You can open his mouth if you want. I think I'll just do, well, I can open his mouth. Go ahead and open his mouth a little bit. Then put a little lip down here. Okay, darken in inside his mouth. Okay, go ahead and zoom in so they can see what I'm doing. There we go, right there. And then darken in all the details here. We'll darken in the eyes. Oh, this is the fun part when you're drawing. When you get so into your drawing, time doesn't matter. It just takes off. Suddenly, we're at 20 minutes, and it's supposed to be a 10-minute lesson. We just can't stop. We're drawing animals. We are out of control. Pencil power! All right, pull on out. Let's take a look at it. I'm going to put some shading here. And then I'm going to use my handy, wonderful Stompy that we love to use to shade, blend out the mouth. A little shadow on the fins, a little shadow under the eyes. In fact, you know what, on this one back here, I'm going to make the whole, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the whole tone. Give the fish a whole tone here. Okay, go and pull out all the way out. Let's look at the whole picture. All the way out. There you go, a little bit more. Ah, that looks great, you guys. That looks really good. I like that. Isn't that fun when you look at your picture? You hold your picture away from your eye and see how it turned out. And as it, hold it about 4 feet away, or actually you can tape it to a wall. So you put some tape on it, put it on a wall, and step back and look at how your drawing looks from a distance. It really sharpens up the details. Another thing you could do is take your drawing, put it onto a scanner or a printer, and shrink it by half. Reduce it by half and watch what happens. It really takes your picture and focuses it and tightens up the details. It makes it look just beautiful. Well, there is your fabulous FishFrenzy. Way to go. I can't wait to draw with you on another lesson.